So welcome back, everyone. Now we are at day 3 from our 5-day challenge. And now that you understand what heart walls are and why they form, let's talk about how they really affect our daily life. So heart walls can impact your relationships where you could be having difficulties with intimacy, feeling isolated, or may experience fear or vulnerability. So it really can impact emotional flow, meaning there can be numbness, blocked joy, or trouble connecting with yourself or others. And your intuition and guidance are another one. And your inner guidance and intuition may feel muted or unclear. And also in client-based work, your energy is your message. And most of us work with others in one way or another. Walls can make you hesitant, small or guarded, which can affect your client's sense and connect with you. So when you remove or release heart walls, your authentic energy radiates naturally, making you more magnetic, confident, and aligned with your life and work. And let's talk about another client I have. I call her Maria, and her story really beautiful demonstrates how profoundly life can change when the heart wall is finally removed. So she came to me after years of searching for healing, and she had tried so many modalities: therapy, coaching, affirmations, energy healing techniques, supplements, meditation. And she was really dedicated, consistent, and willing to do the work. And yet nothing really truly shifted. And she told me, I feel like I'm trying to heal from behind glass. I can see the life I want, but I can't reach it, whatever I try. And she struggled with emotional heaviness, chronic stress, and a deep sense of exhaustion that never seemed to go away, being on the border of a burnout. And her relationships felt distant, and even moments that should have brought her joy just felt muted. And it was as if her heart was disconnected from the rest of her life. And during our first few sessions, we made only small steps, helpful, but not the breakthrough she was hoping for. And that's when we decided to focus on her heart walls. And that really started to bring shifts and changed everything. So we began to release the layers of the heart wall, so it crumbled over time down. And then she reported a shift, subtle lightness, a sense of space, a feeling she hadn't experienced in years. And it took us a few sessions to really dissolve the heart wall and the barrier that had been blocking her ability to feel deeply and receive love. But the change came more and more, and she found herself reconnecting with her emotions in a healthy, grounded way. And she became more open, expressive, and present with the people she loved. Her relationships improved and deepened, and also her stress decreased, her energy increased, and she began waking up with the sense of hope rather than dread, and overcome all these stressful moments she had in her life, and like having the feeling to be almost in a burnout. And she told me at one session, I didn't realize how much I'd been protecting myself. Now I finally feel alive again. And releasing her heart wall didn't just improve one area of her life, it created a ripple effect. Her emotional well-being strengthened, her physical health improved, and her capacity for joy and love returned. And it was the moment her healing truly began when this heart wall formed.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And just keep in mind, guys, we do change the names of the clients that we are talking about. But now we actually kind of want to switch gears a little bit and move into heart coherence. And what that pertains to and why we care about that in relation to how it affects our walls. And, the coherence has an effect on the heart wall, and the heart wall has an effect on the coherence. Excuse me. So when the heart is in coherence, and this actually is physiologically speaking now, the electrical signals it sends to the brain are kind of smooth, harmonious, regular, and that's actually measurable. It's, that actual electromagnetic rhythm of your heart stabilizing. It can, create emotions of regulations, of focus, of feelings of safety, your ability to open, receive, forgive, and integrate. And when the heart wall softens and ultimately falls, your emotions stop fighting each other. And, instead of joy versus fear, love versus disappointment, hope versus protection, your emotional body aligns. And you can feel emotions without drowning, love without, like you losing yourself. And what's really great is that you end up, you stop reacting from old wounds and actually start responding from the present moment. And with heart coherence, the heart coherence in your heart is it's able to go into heart coherence much easier when there is no heart wall present. Okay. And heart coherence is the process of bringing your emotional, energetic, and physiological heart back into alignment after years of having, a heart wall, of protecting it. And that's where then the intuition can become clearer. Your energy kind of softens instead of energetically having these spikes in your system. And then you start attracting, the relationships and opportunities that match your healed state. And when you tie this into our challenge here, becoming aware of the heart wall, that's where the coherence begins. That's when you begin to realize what leads to the formation of a heart wall. And energetically speaking alone, your heart begins to change into its smooth energy, um, where it has that smooth rhythm, and then emotionally, when you do have a heart wall, the um, the rhythm becomes spiky and dips and wall forms, and you become more distant and more aloof. You keep people at bay. And then physically, your heart rhythm may not be flowing as smoothly anymore, right? So the lack of heart coherence contributes to all the effects a heart wall can have on your life, as we mentioned. They're kind of linked and go hand in hand. And just remember that coherence isn't about perfection, okay? It's about harmony. It's the heart essentially saying, I'm safe enough to feel again. I'm safe enough to open. I'm safe enough to love. I'm safe enough to be here, right? And this is the work we're doing. It's not just simply tearing down that wall, but also bringing the heart back into its heart coherence where it wants to be. And because when the heart becomes coherent, our constant desire of wanting to protect ourselves isn't required anymore either.
Yeah, that's so true. And but before we move into our exercise today, I want to spend a few minutes talking about forgiveness work because also it plays a powerful role in softening heart walls and restoring heart coherence. So forgiveness is one of the most misunderstood healing concepts. It isn't about saying what happened was okay, and it's definitely isn't about excusing someone's behavior. Forgiveness really is about acknowledging that holding on to the hurt is costing you something. It costs you your peace, your clarity, your openness, and your emotional space to actually feel. And when we carry resentment or pain, even if we don't think about it often, our nervous system still remembers. And every memory held in tension becomes another layer in the wall around the heart. So, forgiveness work is really the process of reclaiming your energy. It's the moment you decide, I'm not letting this memory, this person, or this version of myself dictate how open my heart gets to be. And sometimes the hardest forgiveness is towards ourselves. The moments when we didn't know better, didn't have the tools, or abandoned our own needs because we were just trying to survive. Self-forgiveness melts some of the thickest layers of the heart wall. And forgiveness is layered. So some parts release instantly and some take time, and that's okay. And every layer of forgiveness creates more space in the heart, more room for joy, more access to your intuition, more coherence in your energy field. And your heart moves out of survival mode and back into alignment with its natural frequency. And remember, choosing forgiveness doesn't mean you forget. It doesn't mean you reopen doors that were closed for a reason. Forgiveness is not reconciliation, it's liberation. It is choosing your freedom over the story that has been weighing you down. And if forgiveness feels too big right now, that's okay. Start with willingness. Even a 1% willingness to forgive begins to shift energy. And your heart knows the pace. Trust it.
Yeah, that trusting aspect, isn't that sometimes tricky? But it's key. All right, so let's actually move into an exercise you can use on a daily basis. And we like calling it the heart coherence breath. I did want to also say that if you are more interested in heart coherence in general, Heart Math Institute has done a lot of research on it, and you can look it all up on their website and look into it if that's something that interests you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. If you can, and you're not already sitting, go ahead and find somewhere comfortable for you to sit with the feet on the ground, your bottom on a surface, and just become aware of your body, how it feels right now. Take a few deep breaths. Start noticing how your inhales and exhales feel. Feeling the air moving in on an inhale and feeling the air move out on an exhale. And we'll go ahead and put our hands on our heart. If you're able to. Make sure you're still comfortable and can still breathe freely while doing so. And then the heart coherence breathing really consists of inhaling slowly for 5 counts while you imagine your breath flowing into your heart, and then exhaling slowly for 5 counts while you imagine your energy spreading outward from your heart. And we'll do this for about a minute. We'll go and begin now. So inhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and imagine your breath flowing into your heart. And exhale, imagine energy spreading outward from your heart. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, imagine your breath flowing into your heart. And exhale, imagine energy spreading outward from your heart. And then just keep breathing in that 5 count rhythm in out. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you can, while you're breathing in the rhythm, just silently repeat in your mind, I open my heart to give and receive freely. And just repeat that over and over in your mind. You can even say it on the count in or out. So when you're counting in, just say in your mind, I open my heart to give and receive freely. And then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, out, in, out, in, and out. Do one more round of in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you can put your hands in your lap. If you have pen and paper in front of you or notepad on your phone, something, then just stay seated and reflect on some of these questions here. How do I feel right now? How does my heart feel right now? What am I still carrying that my heart no longer wants to carry? Where do I feel guarded? And what might be possible if my heart signals were clear and open? You can stay here and reflect on these questions. You can always come back to these questions, but just bring your focus back on your body for a minute. Become aware of where you are, the seat underneath you, and slowly wiggle your body, stomp your feet, and then welcome back to the here and now. Okay, so this practice is awesome because it reconnects you to your own energy and kind of starts softening those heart wall layers that you've built up. And today we've talked about the heart coherence and a little bit more about heart walls. And tomorrow we'll be talking about how to prepare for the heart wall journey by understanding the wall, by observing it, and kind of just learning tools you'll use to release it. And we hope to see you there. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat.